Hello, my little people. We are working on graphs in math. And so today's graph has a title, and the title is Favorite Colors. And so this graph is going to be about my students from last year. I asked them last year what their favorite colors were, and I kept that information. And I found out that 9 of them loved red, 7 loved blue, 4 loved green, and 8 loved purple. And so I found that out by asking them, and then they had to vote. And then I said, well, we're going to turn it into a graph. So I'm going to create a graph of their favorite colors. Okay. So down here on the graph, we can see I put the red, blue, green, and the purple. And now I'm going to take that information from up here when I ask them. I'm going to fill it in the graph, just like we do with the weather graph. Take a peek over here at our weather graph. And every day we color in one of those rectangles for the kind of day it is. So I'm going to do something like that here. I need to do 9 of these squares for the kids who liked red. So 1, 2, and I'm not doing it fancy because remember, it's math, it's not fancy art. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now the next color on down here, we call this part a table. Now, I don't mean a table like where you sit and you have your dinner. No, a table in math looks like this on a piece of paper. So the next one on the table is blue. So I need to do 7 squares for blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then I'm going to do green. And green needs, yep, you guys got it, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the last one was purple. So I need, yep, 8. You see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. When we look at a graph, it tells us information, and we can tell a lot just by looking at a graph. Can you tell which color the kids like the most by looking at the graph? Yeah, red goes the farthest. So we can tell red is the one the kids like the most. Can you tell which one the kids like the least or the fewest? Remember, those two words mean the same thing. Oh, yeah, green only goes to here. So that is the least or the fewest. Now, we can figure that out by looking at the numbers too. 9 is the most, 4 is the least or the fewest. Okay. Now, are blue and purple, are they equal? Remember what equal means? Equal means the same. Are they the same? Let's look. Blue goes to here and purple goes to here. No, they're not. They're close. And if we look at the numbers, 7 and 8, they are really close, but no, they are not the same. They are not equal. Do we have any that are equal this time? No, none of them are equal this time. All right. So we look at graphs to get information. And sometimes I ask my friends, do you like to look at the graph to figure out who had the most and who had the least or the fewest, or if there were any equal? Or do you just like to look at the numbers? And some kids will say, oh, I can just tell by looking at the numbers. I like that. That's fine. And some kids will say, I really like to look at the graph and see where they all are. And that's okay too. That's fine too. You get to pick your own way whenever it comes to math, remember? Today, you have an activity to work on, and it's in Seesaw, and it's going to look like this. Okay, so you are graphing some hearts, white hearts on the top, gray hearts on the bottom, and you can just fill it in with the gray pencil tool in your Seesaw activity. And then it says there are, and it has that empty square. That is where you put the number, and you circle either more white hearts or fewer white hearts than gray hearts. Only circle one word. It cannot be both. Are there more white ones or fewer white ones? And then down here, there are, here's where the number goes, and circle, is it more gray hearts or fewer gray hearts? Remember, I told you a secret about the number, about the amount, and you'll notice that and you'll see that when you are doing your graph, okay? Something I always like to do when I'm doing my graphs is match them up or join them or give them a partner. That really helps me to see what's going on. Down here, you're drawing dimes and pennies to pay for this card that costs 73 cents. With your dimes, make sure you put a number what on it is it again for a dime? Number 10. Yeah. Oh, and don't forget a freeze puddle. I like to see the freeze puddle. It's kind of fun to change your tool to color blue to make a good looking freeze puddle. And right here, fill in the missing numbers. Okay, so that is a Seesaw activity for you to work on today. And that's what we have for math.